Hey YouTube, and welcome to Silent Code Dev. Welcome to day 14 of becoming a front-end developer from zero. Day 14. And if this is your first time watching my videos, I'm basically doing a series where I'm going to upload a video of myself doing front-end every single day until I become a front-end developer. So the purpose of why I'm doing this is because I want to, I wish I had someone I could talk to every day, like an accountability partner, like we could talk and just talk front end stuff and motivate each other to get jobs and stuff, right? But I don't have that. So instead of that, I'm just gonna upload myself doing it every day, publish it online, and just try to be consistent at it. It's very hard, but so far it seems to work. I feel motivated. I feel excited to upload despite me having to work a lot. I kid you not, guys. I started to, this week, I'm taking it easy. And I started to, work out again. I just went for a run yesterday. And I got to sleep, 8 hours now. And I tell you guys, sleep is so important. It's so important. If there's anything you want to neglect, don't neglect sleep, because that is imperative. I just feel so much better and I feel so energetic, so ready. So you guys know how it is. I don't care about the views. I don't care who's watching. I'm doing this for me, and I want to inspire other people. If you ever thought about doing the same thing, being consistent, you guys see me, this is what I do. So yeah, I'm not gonna talk too much now. Let's just get right into the project. So as you guys probably know, we kind of finished the main section, the homepage. And day 13, I had some issues. I was I don't know what's happened, but I lost my files, and so I had to spend some time to get that. So yeah. Yeah, guys, let's get right into it. I have I'm just gonna show you guys where I'm at right now. Yeah. So this is where I'm at, and so you guys can see it is sort of responsive. Obviously it's not perfect, but I've done some work. So, and here as well, we're just gonna have to add spacing and all that stuff. So let me just go ahead and do that. It's a bit slow. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm just looking at the image and I'm like, yeah, we gotta fix the image here, because the height is 180 and this is too big. So let's go to amenities CSS, and yeah, we said the height was 180. Yeah, but I have the wrong image. I didn't even realize that. Okay. Amenities. I don't know the name of this image. Amenities hero. Okay, so the image is not updating. Why not? Okay. We have an image here. Bro, I don't know what's going on with my... Okay, you know what? I'm gonna remove this. And we're just gonna, because the image came here, and we're just gonna... Yes, not that one. Okay, we gotta actually look at the image here, because... Great, that looks perfect. Well, yeah, so let's just fix this. So we have that one. 24. Also, we gotta do this in mobile, obviously. So I don't know why I have it here. So I assume that's mobile. Okay, it's not mobile. Yeah, because if we go here, yeah, let me just see, because is it like max is like, that should be mobile, right? Let's see. Max width. Oh, that's actually mobile. Mobile. So we don't need this. Yeah, I wanted to remove because it's covering the... Move this. No. Okay, we need that one. Yeah, because when we are scaling it out, but it doesn't matter because we have the height. So I'm just gonna put this in mobile. Yeah, I mean that's mobile, right? Max width is 415. So yeah, after that we can have like a different height. So this is focusing on mobile. So as you can see, on mobile we already have kind of it set up. So the image here also spacing. So we gotta do the pet policy. So yeah. Yeah, because I already have that group. That's why the color came. And yeah, we just need to like text center these. Just want to see, is it the same? No, it's not the same here. So we're gonna limit it to day here. Yeah, so this one has like, so we're just gonna copy this. So we're gonna add margin to the padding, I mean the H2, because it's kind of like in the middle. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do margin, and I'm just gonna give it like a, because you guys can see 12 here and 15 here. So we're gonna say 13 pixels. Like that. So we just have a bit consistency in that. And then this has like 24 top. Pixels. Yeah, padding then. But yeah, we don't want to, we just want the top. Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, padding. Okay. So yeah, we gotta add some padding. So it's hard to, okay, here. 77. This is too big here, so. Yeah, it's not gonna work. We can say like, I can add like a 1 rem. Just a little padding to make it look nice, because you guys can see it's all cramped in. So, and that obviously doesn't look good. Okay, but I don't know why it's looking like that though. Because here we have this correctly. Maybe it's the font size 20, and this is 24. Yeah, so we want it to be 20 pixels. So I'm just gonna override it and say size 20 pixels. That looks so much better, but that's because we have padding. We don't have padding. Okay, alright. Yeah, so we don't need padding because of the font, but we do need even here. I think it's because of the text. I don't know. Okay, I'm just trying to think, right? Because the text is aligned left, right? Left of this container. Let's just do that first. Yeah, it's a UL. Yeah, because we have all that in there, right? We do. So we're gonna add a gap, right? Because they all have the same sort of like spacing. So I'm going to display flags. That looks okay. Yeah, and we forgot to add the class to so we can just say bold text. It's a global thing, so just put it out here. Okay, let's see. Some messages. I hate like when I send message to someone and they're not sending me a back, you know. There's a guy here I'm trying to text, he doesn't reply to me. So it's super annoying because he sees my message, but he doesn't reply. Anyways, and yeah, here we have, so we can just use the image here. 24, so we can say like 25, I guess. Class. Oh, this is so annoying, guys. Like my keyboard, I need to fix my keyboard. There's so many things I need to fix. And it seems like I can't get it. There we go. Okay, so pet image is gonna have margin. And we're gonna say top bottom. We can just say like 24 pixels, 0 pixels. Like that. Okay, so I consider this done. Yeah, the line height here obviously is like that. It looks good. So now when we're scaling it, as you can see, we need to $608. So yeah, I don't know if I can like so let's just copy this. So bam. Oh, we have desktop. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, so now it's no longer like bad. But we need to add a max width, otherwise it's gonna keep scaling. So 1920 pixels. So let's just test it out. So if I say like 2000, you guys can see. And that's why I added margin auto. Because we want it to be in the center like that. So if someone has a big screen, it's actually in the center like that. So and now for the amenities, we need to, I'm just going to use position relative, position absolute like this, because I don't have to, really. It's just like I need to have this in a container and then these in a container, and I can just say align items top or something, flex start. So let me just look. we have the image, and after the image we have a section. Yeah, I mean the UL it's not really the image. So what happens if I, yeah, because we have 3 items now, right? We have the image, we have the UL, and they need to be grouped together. So can I do that? What do I call this? Amenities second. So I don't know if this is gonna work or if it's gonna give me like problems with. Seems to be working fine here. So we're just gonna use display flex. I need to group them too. Got, and we can say display column. So we have to do display in column. So display flex. Yeah, did I even have to do that? Because it's like, I don't know, we're gonna look later. Second section. Whoops. Okay, we got it to work. And now we need to like, now we need to adjust the image. So we're gonna have to target the image. Yeah, it still has not replied to me, so okay. Okay guys, so let's target the image here. Let me find the image. Okay, so what? Why is it apartment multiplayer? Yeah, amenities, I guess. So we're gonna call it so we're gonna just give it the exact values. So width 637 pixels, height 600 pixels, object fit. Okay, so let's see how it looks like now. It looks better, but you guys can see the image doesn't look that good, so we needed to fix. So we're gonna say cover. Now it looks better, and yeah, we want everything to be on the top, right? As you guys can see here, the image is kind of like that. So I'm gonna give this space. So 24 and 80 below. So we can just do margin. So 0 pixels, 80 pixels, 0 pixels. There's also a gap. 186. What? 6 pixels. Oh boy. Yeah. So you guys tell me what you guys think. I mean, but this looks smaller for some reason. Oh, it's the line height is smaller. Okay. 16 pixels. Oops. And yeah, and then we need to separate them, so we can just say gap at 22 pixels. Okay, that looks somewhat good. Still nothing. Okay. I'm not sure if we are getting. We need to target this one. That looks a bit better. And but again, guys, I'm telling you, this looks so weird because I'm used to things being like not filled with, right? But that's how the design is. Like, yeah, it has like a width actually. Let's see. So the width here is 1638. So we can just add that. Did it make any difference really? I don't know. It didn't make any difference. So yeah. So yeah, it just looks weird to me, you know. because I know it's not, but you guys can see like the design is like this. So I gotta follow the design, right? I gotta follow the design. Okay, let's do this one. So yeah, we have it like that. So I'm thinking that we can just like, it should be fairly simple. Let me just adjust the image so we don't get like a big pet image like that. That's like, so with 704 pixels, height 397 pixels, fit cover. Perfect. Okay, so let's go and so again we need to group things, right? If we like, this is what I love about Frontend, is that when you know how to look at a website and like divide it, because it all really is boxes, right? You need to think of it in terms of boxes. For example, here, right, I see, let me just show you guys what I see just so I can demonstrate. So let me just remove that and stroke red, and so when I'm looking at a website, I show you guys what I see, right? Maybe that was too big. So this is what I see, guys. So this is a section, right? That's a section. And then I see like inside the section we have, let's change color to that. So inside the section we have one box, and we have another box, right? Another box. Okay, I don't know what's happening here, but you guys get the point. We have another box here. And the yellowish color is div, right? Because you use div to put things in a container, and it's gonna make it easier to move them, right? So that's how I see it, right? The red color is section, and the yellowish color is div. Those are containers, right? That's what we use to. And if you know Flexbox or Grid, it's super simple to manipulate those, like where you want to place them, right? So once I understood that, it was like, okay, it's easier to like break things down, right? So let's go ahead and do that. So we have so again we have this in the UL, right? So we need to put that into a container. We don't even need to name the div, we just need to put them in containers, separate them so that we actually can move them, so we don't need to even give it a class. So just like that, and then I'm gonna go here and I'm going to look at that. As you guys can see, we have an issue because the image is on that side, and here I do like that. So that's the good thing about it. We can do flex direction row reverse, right? So you're gonna reverse it and boom, and align item center, and we can just gap 66 pixels, just like that, guys. Boom, boom, boom. List style none. I don't have to repeat myself there, but whatever. Yeah, also this has a width of 850 pixels. So 850 pixels, yeah. Okay, something is up. Why is it? I don't know. Either way, 80. Yeah, so we need to like reduce this, and I don't know why. Yeah, I'm repeating myself, by the way. This is also not a good practice. But 36. Okay, so I don't know why. Okay, here we don't have the emphasize. That's weird, but yeah, this text here is also like 24. Show. Yeah, that's 24. Bold text. Okay. So now it looks okay. It looks good, but we need a max width on the entire thing. Rather, so let's do that. 1538. Yeah, it looks much better, but this needs to be there. So we're gonna add padding to yeah. So what I would do here, because you guys can see like the breakpoints that I have, they are in conflict with other sections of the web page. So I would have to create like custom breakpoints. For example, here, right? I would keep this column because it doesn't look good here, right? Until 1516 pixels. I would do it like that because look, doesn't look good. So I know that, it's just that I don't do it now because I don't want to put that much into it, right? It's just a project that I'm doing. And also here we have to add padding. So this is 0 right here. Okay. Still has list styling here, so it should have that, right? Yeah, it should have that. So let me just say 4. Yeah, just a little padding, right? I don't need to go crazy with it. So yeah, I would say this is good enough. Doesn't look like anything beautiful, but and I know I could have made it more like better in terms of responsiveness, but so yeah. So now we're gonna move on to the other section, guys. We're gonna move on to the floor plan. Dun dun dun. This is a more exciting one because this is gonna be like, you guys can see, like we have to add border. So I'm probably gonna have an li, and then we're gonna have this line. So I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I have no idea, but let's get started. So I'm gonna click this one and plan. Floor plan. Okay, so and also this fab icon, I don't know. I think I linked it. Yeah, we're gonna do it later. Fuck that. So we are gonna remove the main section here. everything inside the main section, because we don't need that. And we're gonna do that. And we're gonna copy this. Okay. So let's see if it's working. Look at that, guys. It worked. Yay. Okay. We got a message. Let's see. Yes. Okay, guys. So mobile first. I'm tempted to start with like the desktop, but we're gonna do mobile first. So this looks very similar to the other one. It's only gonna, this section is gonna be like, it's not that difficult really, but it's just like, you know, I'm gonna implement some JavaScript, and I'm just trying to think how okay, we're gonna think about it when we're actually there, right? Because it doesn't make sense to think about it now. But in terms of like websites, why is, oh, it's like that. Okay, so this needs to be like that. So we can just use like flex here, and yeah, I think it's HR, right, to create lines in yeah, look at that. I don't know if you guys can see it, but style HR margin. Yeah, so this is how I create like, but okay, my mind is like thinking a lot, right? Because I'm not used to it, but we're gonna figure it out. Okay, so let us start with the first thing, right? So mobile. So we're gonna get this image. So let me just do that. Source. Yeah, I don't remember if it was, yeah, it's definitely that one. Okay. Bro, why am I having a hard time like finding the image? It's in a bedroom. Let's look at it. It looks like an apart. This looks like a nice apartment, by the way. Look at that. Imagine living in an apartment, guys. That looks so good. Wow. Let's see. Look at that. Looks beautiful. Plan. So yeah, this has a height of 198. So I'm just gonna say class for plan and so I forgot that we need to we are gonna remove the you need the navbar CSS, but we don't need this one. So I'm just gonna add the link and floor plan CSS because that's all we actually need. So height 198 pixels and width 100%, and the cover object fit cover. So as you guys can see, the replace content is sized to maintain its aspect ratio while filling the element's entire content box. So it's gonna fix the aspect ratio basically, and then we have to move. I don't know why I'm like this. And then you can position it the way you want, right? So for mobile, yeah, I mean it looks, let's see, this is 414. So it looks the same. It looks a bit, yeah, it looks the same. It just looks way more zoomed in, you know? This image doesn't look zoomed in at all. And so, and we have something overflowing as well. No, we don't. So yeah. So how do we zoom in an image? Yeah, here you can like the top, bottom. Yeah. So I want to find it like, okay, how to zoom in on image CSS. We want to figure that out because that's also something that, you know, like let's say you have a job, right? And you get like a Figma file. And on the Figma, like you have an image that's like zoomed out and you want to zoom or you want to crop it. So how do we crop it? Let's see. No, but I want to zoom in on the we do have a zoom property. Okay, so I've never seen that before. So 150. Oh, okay. But the zoom changes the height, right? Yeah, and that's not what we want. Okay, so how to zoom in crop image in CSS while maintaining container size. Yeah, that's what I want to do. So you probably can use something like clip path if you can figure out. Oh, you can try to crop it with using an outer container with a hidden overflow. That is a good. That's a good solution, I guess. Okay, so let's try to use the clip path. So the clip path CSS creates a clipping region that sets what part of an element should be shown. So yeah, we don't want to. Yeah, I don't want that. So let's try to. Yeah, I don't know if it's. Let's try it out. So we're gonna put it in a container. I'm just gonna say section. And we're gonna say for plan and container. So now they're saying that we need to. I'll just X this. Set the image width. That's what we've done. Put the image inside a flex container and align the image to the center. So display flex center so that we keep it in the center, right? And then hide the overflow container and set its width hide. Okay, so that, let me see. Overflow, let's do height 200 pixels. 100 pixels. And overflow. Okay. Yeah, because I was hoping for it to zoom in, but it's not doing that. Or we need to do it. Oh my god, sorry guys. So let's do it in here. And let's. So if we want to zoom in, we need to. It worked. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Yeah, because if you don't have that, it's not gonna keep it in center, right? Like when you use display flex and align item center, you're forcing it to stay in the middle of the container. And when you increase the height, you're like zooming in, right? So it's gonna zoom in. It worked. Okay. That is so cool. That's cool. Okay, we made it work. So that's something I learned, right? So if you wanna crop an image or make the image bigger, you can just put in a container, display flex and align item center, and then you can increase the height of the image inside the container, and then you can use overflow hidden. Okay, that's amazing, because now it actually looks like that's great. I mean, that's a great solution. Wow. Okay. So, but that's the thing, right? Like sometimes you're stuck like that, and then you just learn. Okay. Gonna add the border bottom. So we're gonna do 10 pixels solid apple. Okay, so let me just check. Alright guys, so just taking a little break. I think I should use the Pomodoro, right? Like when I'm doing this, because it's great to take breaks, like I tend to be on the screen, like, but having breaks is actually a bit more productive. So yeah guys, that's what I love about Frontend, like when you're so focused in it, and it's actually fun, even though it's a lot of work, but it's fun. Like, so imagine doing this at work, like you just talk to people and you have all this knowledge of things, right? You have different tools that you can use, like, okay, you can use like React, you can use Next.js, you can use like Tailwind. If I use Tailwind, this would go so much faster, right? But the fact that I'm using vanilla HTML, CSS, JS makes it take a bit longer time, but okay. So let's create this section. So I'm gonna call it studio text. So we have an H1 and then we have a P, and based on here we don't need a container, we just need to, we have two P's though, right? So I mean I can just put it in a container because it has a gap. So I'm just gonna put it in a container. Studio text container. Studio section. So we're just gonna look at that. It's already happening automatically. So yeah, because if I click this, I don't know. Don't know what's going on here. But yeah, we ought to fix that. So we're just gonna add a gap. We need to add like on the entire section. We need to add like a 24. So I think in the CSS variables we can also add like space, because I tend to see like consistent use of like space, like same values. So I can just add it in the root. That way it's easier to, instead of manually writing it. So, and also this is a mobile. I should specify that, but later. So we're gonna do margin. So top, bottom, 24 pixels and 0 pixels. And text align center. And then studio section. Text container. Flex direction column. Gap 15 pixels. And obviously we need to have a width. So yeah, max width 384 pixels. Margin. Yeah, it doesn't want to center though. Nothing wants to center. Oh yeah, it's centered here. Ugh, why do I keep opening my... Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna add like a margin. Padding. But I think that's bothering me is that, you know, we don't have like a tablet design, right? So that is bothering me a lot. So studio section. And the image, we want it to be maximum height. So yeah, we can just move this out here. Again, guys, I don't want to spend so much time on because we don't. This is not a project that I want to deliver or something. Yeah, and also this, we just go into the so we just need to have the the height. And do I need to zoom in? I do need to zoom in. And so we just go floor image height. Okay, so it's not working here. I don't know why. Because we have like, okay, this is height. So I'm just playing with the, because it's the height that we want to like, so it's not working here, but whatever. Whatever, man, whatever. Okay, here, guys, we need to think. I mean, I don't need to make an HR. HR is like the, I think it's deprecated. So we can just have a div with a line or span, because span is in line, like, and then we can have like, here I'm thinking that we have like a line, and then how are we gonna make this? Because this works. I mean, it's hover, right? Like when you hover over it, or when it's active. But so I think I need to make a div, and inside the div we're gonna have this margin, something like that. Okay, whatever. Let's just do this span. Let's line 1. The width of it was 334. This is the color. So yeah, I think we're missing something here. So I think we're gonna do like max width, and then we're gonna do width. Doesn't even exist on my here. It doesn't exist here. So what if I move it inside the div here? What's gonna happen? Okay, it exists. So I think it's the margin that pushed it down. So we're just gonna put it in the section there and just make sure that it's in the middle, which it is. Again, this can also be all. We just remove the all this. What? It's not showing up. Why is it not showing up? Again, something we gotta figure out later. Okay, so now we're gonna do this. So I need to create a lie, and it's obviously gonna be because we need to hide this line here. All right. So it's gonna be like that. So this one needs to go like that. So it's gonna be flex row and then flex column, both. So we're gonna do that. So we're gonna do. So I'm gonna create like. This needs to be together, and the image needs to be for itself. And I'm just trying to think, because now the image is so, it looks like the images gotta be connected, because we need to, we need to like use flex here, right? So here it's gonna be flex column in reverse, something like that, because if this is gonna be first and second, so we need to reverse it. So yeah, we're gonna do it like that. So UL, and then we have this connected. So we're gonna go ahead and start section class. What do I call this? Selection, and then we're gonna have a UL times 3, but it's A as well, right? Because it's gonna lead you to something. But in I don't know, we can just use JavaScript, right? So we don't need to have that. We just have like li. When you click, we're gonna give them IDs. And when you click on them, it's gonna change, right? Yeah. Let's see. So Studio 1, 2. Okay, so that's gonna be inside its own, and then we have another section. It's gonna be, yeah, we're just gonna have some dummy text, because we're gonna change the text. We're gonna target this text. We're gonna target this in JavaScript and inject the text there, and then we are going to text content, or something like that. So, and then we're gonna also have a small text availability. I can't even spell availability. And then we're gonna have the image and then we're gonna have this is also gonna be an li times 1, 2, 3, 4. But is it the same? Because if you click, yeah, it's the same. So because it doesn't show us what happens when you click Studio. Wow, yeah. So it's the same. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I'm just gonna say bed 1, bath, rent. That's a high rent. Oh my gosh. So yeah, again, and then we have a button availability. Okay, we almost got it. Except that it's the wrong image as usual. Oh, it's so satisfying to almost to see. It's so satisfying to see it come to fruition. You know, like when you just work. But it's not. I need to fix this, so I'm gonna do. Yeah, I was thinking of doing like gap. So we're gonna do space. Around may work actually, because it's gonna be like. Oh, it's not working. So I'm just gonna add a gap because it's just that's what makes sense. So the gap here is no, but I want to do space between actually because then align item space no justify space. We need to add like this to the max width. There we go. Yeah, I think it's more active, but um, but how do we do that? Like we can click active, but it's gonna depend on the right. I mean, we can have hover, right? Hover is nice, it works, but we need to also add active state. So we can use that depending on the. Yeah, we can use JavaScript for that. Yeah, we need to add like yeah, it's kind of moving the text, which I don't like. That happens because there's like, so I don't know if we need to give the URL like a height of pixels just to avoid that. Let me see. Because the hover has like 4 pixels, right? So yeah, So now it's not moving because it has enough. The reason it was moving like that is because we didn't have any height, right? So whenever you hover, you're basically giving it 4 pixels, right? So it's gonna expand by 4 pixels, and that's why it's moving like that. So if I add like so in theory I should add like 10 pixels and it shouldn't move, but then you see it's not really accurate. So I don't know if I can do like height 100%. Still moving. So let's just do like 50 pixels. That's too big. 30. Yeah, 30 looks good, right? Maybe we can do 35. Looks better. Okay guys, so I'm gonna end this because I think the video is getting long. I don't want to have too long videos because obviously nobody's gonna watch that. Like, who's gonna watch that? Nobody's gonna watch it. But what I am gonna do is I'm going to just edit this. So I think in style we can go to, I can say font family var. Nothing is happening, so screw it. Yeah, if you somehow managed to watch this entire video, please like and give me a comment. But if nobody watched it, I cry. I'm joking. No guys, but this is it, right? I'm gonna have many of these videos, and again, this is also for myself. If I watch it myself in the future, I hope you made it. I hope you stayed consistent. And yeah guys, that's it. We're killing it. We are killing it. So I'm actually excited for the JavaScript because I have some ideas how I'm going to do it, but obviously I know I'm going to make some mistakes. So, but that's the part of that's why I'm doing this, right? So thank you guys for watching. We have come a long way. So next video we're going to continue. I'm just going to push the updates. So I'm going to do git add git commit updates to the project. And obviously I know that as I get better, I need to have better like naming, you know. I mean, I need to be better at giving the projects, the commits, better naming convention or comments rather, to like if I work in teams so they understand the whole purpose of committing commit messages is to make it clear what you've done, so that if someone else jumps into the project, they can kind of understand what's going on and stuff like that. So that's it guys. Thank you guys for watching, and please make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And yeah, that's it. Peace.